We are entering the time of the year where basketball recruiting picks back up and things get going strong. So we're happy now to be joined by Evan Daniels from Fox Sports to catch us up on the latest UK basketball-related recruiting information. Now, Evan, Andrew Wiggins has canceled 3 of his home visits. I know you said on Twitter there's probably not much to read into it. So what do you make of the decision to cancel these visits, and should UK fans maybe see it as a good sign?
You know, TJ, I've said it from the beginning. I think a lot was made out of Andrew Wiggins canceling those 3 in-home visits, but I really don't think it's a big deal. He wasn't even going to be back in time from the Nike Hoop Summit to meet with North Carolina on Monday. I think he's exhausted and worn out from the process and didn't really feel like sitting down and having meetings with everybody. So I know he talked to them on the phone. I'm sure he talked to UK on the phone as well. And, you know, I think now he's just trying to come up with a college choice. I know this has been a long, drawn-out process, and Andrew's really struggling with the decision here. But no, to answer your question, I don't think that it was a major deal that he cut those 3 visits.
You mentioned it being drawn out. It seems like there's almost some backlash starting to develop just within the media maybe about Wiggins not making his decision. What is it? Why do you think he has not made the call to this point yet?
You know, I really think it comes down to he's just not ready. He hasn't been ready. And, you know, Andrew's really struggled with decisions in the past. You know, he put off the reclassification decision, and ultimately his father was the one that had to kind of come out and almost make that decision for him. I just think that Andrew's struggled with this choice. And, you know, obviously he's seen these schools play. He knows what their rosters are at this point. So you're just kind of waiting for him to settle on a decision. Why it's taken him so long, I don't think anybody but Andrew knows that answer.
Well, Coach Cal, of course, continues to prepare for the 2014 class. Yesterday, he offered guard Devin Booker. What type of prospect is Devin?
TJ, Devin Booker is one of the best shooters in the 2014 class at 6'4", maybe 6'5". He has great range on his jump shot, a quick trigger, and he's also developed a nice little middle game. A really good player. He's ranked as a 5-star prospect. Nice pedigree. His father played at Missouri. He's actually originally from Michigan. Michigan is also all over him, but John Calipari was in his high school yesterday to watch him work out and ended up offering him a scholarship. You know, Devin Booker's a guy that really came on last year, and he's an accomplished shooter and a guy that's really developing his overall scoring package.
Charles Matthews is another player that Cal was checking in on earlier this week in Chicago. Can you tell the fans of UK what type of player Matthews is?
Charles Matthews is one of the best guard prospects in the 2015 class, TJ. There's actually a unique Kentucky connection. Orlando Antigua was coached by Charles Matthews' current high school coach, Gary DeCesar. He was coached by him in high school. So there's an obvious connection. But Charles Matthews is a terrific player. He's 6'4", maybe 6'5". I have him rated as a #1 point guard in the 2015 class. Obviously, he has tremendous size, but a great feel for the game, really sees the floor, very good vision and IQ, and he's a guy that can really score the ball going to the basket.
Now, you have Karl Towns rated as the #3 center in the 2014 class. He told us on Monday that he wants to be the greatest Wildcat of all time. Do you think he possesses that type of talent?
You know, that's obviously a major statement to be made by Karl Towns. Obviously a very good talent, a top 10 player, a very good shooter, a guy that can step out on the perimeter and make shots. He's also developing his inside game. I thought he played pretty well in the Nike Hoop Summit game last week. Can he be the greatest Wildcat of all time? I think that's probably pushing it a little, but he's obviously an elite level talent and somebody that can help him. And, you know, the reason I wouldn't say he could be the greatest Kentucky Wildcat ever is he's probably not going to be around long enough to do that much damage. He's probably a one-and-done guy.
Now, before we let you go, Evan, this is the time of the year, of course, when recruiting events start picking up. What are the big events that UK fans should keep an eye on in terms of what UK staff will be doing, and where will you be as you put out your information all summer?
It really has been a busy time for recruiting, TJ. You know, last weekend, college coaches could be out evaluating prospects. On Wednesday, was the last day college coaches could do in-home visits, and this coming weekend is the last April evaluation period, so coaches won't be able to be out and evaluating kids at AAU tournaments until July after this weekend. So this is a big weekend. I'll be at the EYBL Hampton event, which is loaded. The Nike circuit is just absolutely loaded with players, and it should be really good. I fully expect John Calipari to be in attendance, and he'll likely be tracking all their top targets, like Tyus Jones and Emmanuel Mudiay and Devin Booker, who we talked about earlier. So it should be a really, really good event.